Alright, cheap guy here. The Steyr C9-A1. There's not a lot of Steyr videos out on the internet, so I figured what we'll do is we'll do a teardown. So this is going to be awfully exciting because I got to stand behind the camera so I can see what we're doing. Steyr C9-A1 9x19. Nice and upside down for you. There you go. Let's give her a safety check. There's our latos. Nothing in there. Let her go. Press the little lever. Just gotta press the button down. Flip her open. She's open. Quick. There's your field strip. I better get a towel out for this here so they don't roll away. Don't need no rollaways. I might actually be able to sit down. Okay, here we go. Now I know what's in frame. Spring comes out, simple, captured spring. Here's our field strip. Just like any other style pistol for removing the firing pin, pull down with a screwdriver, pop the back plate out, and it comes out. There's a roller in the C9-A1. There's also a spring upgrade for it too. Nothing special there, nothing new. No reason to really show it. We'll go over the, just check out the machining on here. Give her an idea what you're looking at. Extractor. I haven't taken the extractor out, I don't want to mess with that. The thing's smooth in there. Okay. So what we're talking about is going further. So a little lineup mark here. And we just need to line her up, and it's going to pop right out. It comes out really stiff because I've only had mine out once. There we go. That's out. To get the trigger assembly out, we're going to need to push this down. And just push up on the trigger assembly here. Oh, I'm not pushing it down far enough. We need a screwdriver. And of course I don't have one in here. Okay, the other way you can do it, let's get our case out and we'll just use one of the keys. This is also a safety lock on these. We'll use one of the keys here. I'm actually going to reach down and no, I think I might be able to get it here. Alright, now we got to push down far enough. The assembly is going to lift right out. So it's grabbed our safety here. I'm going to capture it with my thumb, so I'm going to hold my thumb there so it doesn't fly away. On the other side, the spring will come off here. We want to make sure that doesn't get away on us. So put our thumbs there and slide it out gently. And the assembly, there's some points in the back here is where it pivots out of. You can see it on the back there. So now that we have the assembly out, the safety spring is going to come out. We're going to set that aside. Now we have our trigger group out, so we can actually look at it, figure out how it works, learn about it. I like to learn about these things. It's kind of neat. Look it over. Actually, I got a, I don't think you can see it, there's actually a metal shaving right there. It's on the end of my finger there. So, biggest thing I learned is really pay attention to this spring here. It'll try to get away on you if you're fussing around with it. I like to look over my assembly to make sure there's no dirt or hair. I got some hair on the trigger assembly here on the trigger safety. Oh, there went the spring. This piece here holds it all together. It's not that hard to put back together, but it can be a real pain. It takes you a minute to figure out how to do it. So I'm just going to take it off. I'll probably stop the video to reassemble it. You can learn how your trigger works here. I can see that I got a can feel that little spot right there where it bumps that. That doesn't really make much of a difference because that's not the release. This is really cool. So I'm gonna look at this a little bit more for a second time, make sure it's all clean, and then I'll come back to reassemble. Okay, so this is a spot in time where I can look over my polymer lower for powder, unused powder. Cheap ammo likes to leave powder, we all know. I get a lot of it with lack of lighting. Let's see here, get a little focus. I get a lot of it right there. Is where I end up with it. I just scrubbed it down with some powder stuff, but it's not getting it all out. So I might actually attempt to take the extractor out today. That's powder solvent from Hoppies. I always take this time to clean out my mag well really good. I actually, let's try it this way here. There we go. I just scrubbed that out with Hoppies. I've noticed that around my mag well it's kind of rough. I might actually go get something to clean that up. I haven't got to the trigger assembly yet, so I try not to go overboard on cleaning, but every now and then I like to see how the different parts are capturing powder. I can see some powder there. Just basically keeping an eye on my firearm. This is a tool. I take very good care of my tools, and I want to make sure they're operating and lasting. So we're gonna go get some more tools. Is that wearing? No, that's just my eyes. Well, I thought that was wearing right there, but it's pretty sure that's polymer. It can be metal. So we're going to figure out how to take this out, which looks pretty straightforward. Looks like a pain in the butt to get back in, but I want to clean all that powder out behind her because it's actually kind of gritty. So we're going to get some tools and we're going to start over on her cleaning and really get her clean. I had the realization that I think I was calling this thing, whoops, the extractor lever. I'm an idiot sometimes. The ejection. I don't know what to call it. Whatever. This thing is really dirty. It comes out the opposite side, which should be obvious. Spring comes across. You just pop the spring out. Here's the spring. This side here keyways into the other side, and then it kind of pops off. This is filthy too. So. The other part of my gun's clean. This is the non-clean part, so I'm going to get back to cleaning that. Alright, here's first a little bit of fun. I installed the trigger group into the slide without the barrel, and was trying to learn how the trigger assembly fires the striker. I'm actually figured it out now. So we're going to put pressure on it here, which is going to load our trigger. We got our trigger safety. And right there, these striker fire pistols are new to me, especially taking them apart this far. And bam, open it goes. So nice and smooth. Makes more sense now why that catches there to me. No real major hang-ups that I can tell when I'm playing with the assembly, and I actually load the assembly. The only hang-up you're going to have is with the trigger safety. If it's not fully depressed, it's going to be gritty. But that's actually stopping it from reaching the striker. That's pushing it without the safety. So we push the safety first, and it allows the full rock. And it's nice and sharp. This gun impresses me more and more the I play with it. I really like to play with some other firearms to learn more about them too, like this. Here's one from the side. Everybody's gonna go, oh, why'd you do that to your pistol? I don't care. So little bit of fun. I did have this apart a second ago, so I'll take it apart again for y'all. So work, push down. That's a lot harder to do on camera. Alright, we're on frame. So I push it out. Why are you not coming out? I must not be pushing it down right. Yeah, we're pushing it down far enough. Okay, so hold her down. And I'll, still can't push it down far enough apparently. There we go. Block it with your finger when you let go, just in case you slip. Here we go. Here's your firing pin assembly. This spring will come out. How you get the extractor out, I'm not really sure. Don't really care. It works. We can see the roller bearing here. I think I got that in another one of my videos. I lubricate this with fluid film. Keeps it nice. Got a little spot on there. Huh, that's interesting. It's gritty. I don't think it's catching anything though inside. They make a guide rod. I don't know. They make a new piece for this here too. It's a 2-piece. Keeps the spring better. I'm not having any issues with mine. I might get it later on. I like to make sure this is nice and clean, and I'll clean this out here. It's pretty clean. I keep the gun clean. I just don't usually strip it this far. So this is the wear I'm seeing though. I think I got what I got through now, about 500 rounds, 600 rounds. And it's wearing pretty good. And I'm not trying to baby it any. So alright, when I come back, we'll do a reassembly. I'm gonna play with the trigger group some more and do some cleaning on it. Alrighty here, getting everything set back up. I got one complaint about this gun. I want to go over it real quick too. Extractor has to be factory replaced, and I really wish anybody who's got a Steyr pretty much knows that they're pretty random on how they throw shells. Could you guys clean that up a little bit better if you're watching this video? It's kind of a cheap looking stamped part. It doesn't look worth a shit. So, alright, back to the fun. Okay, this is my polymer gun tip. You can do this on anything. Don't really polish the inside. You see it's shiny. Hit it with some fluid film on a toothbrush. Just go up in there and I just scrub the inside. It cleans it, but it makes it so this thing snaps in nice and easy. So there's no resistance, and it won't gather a lot of dust. What I do when I'm done is I'll actually take a cloth like this and I'll rub it on the inside, like so. And because of the way this stuff works, it's actually going to leave a film on the inside. There we go. It's going to leave a film on the inside, but it's not going to be enough to gather a bunch of dirt, which is awesome, which is what we want, because we don't want it gathering dirt. We just want it functioning and being easy to use. The magazine eject, I got the name right this time. That was a pain to put back in. I greased our locking points. Now what we got to do again, I just had this on here a minute ago. I used some AR to grease it here because I don't want any resistance. Throw the spring on, and this comes in here like this, and shazam. And then we just slide it back a little bit and it's going to lock in. Now this thing will pop off easy, so what we got to do is we got to make sure we hold it. So there's that part there. And here's our other locking part. We're going to have to hold this in and actually insert this. I First time I did this, I tried reassembling the gun without this, and what's wrong here? Okay. Find our rear holes here, and we're going to, we got to make sure we get this part in. Once that spring's in, we're good, but if the trigger's not letting it through, we can't. Let's push our trigger forward. There we go. I got my trigger group all lubricated the way I wanted and cleaned. Okay, now I got it inside there. So what's going to happen is it's most likely not going to line up. So we're going to need our key, which I have here, and I need to slide her back a little bit more here. There we go. And the keyway is not lining up, so that's throwing us off. Return until it pops into place here someplace. Come on. Alright, it's fussing with me here. What's the deal? There we go. Got her through. Alright, so now it's not going to fall out, but it's not secure. So we got our release and locking bar here. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of AR. Y'all might not know what that is, but that's fine. And this is going to slide through very difficultly because it's going to have a hard time with this over here. There we go. Let's pick it up a little bit. And we're in. So now we're locked in. Awesome. Alright, now that our trigger group is lubricated, and I've been using, I'm trying this out. It's actually aircraft grease. $2. Andor Oil L786. This is a surplus item. This stuff is, I'm told, is really good. I don't know about for firearms, but for grease in general. I haven't actually fired the weapon with it. I cleaned it out anyways, to get the dirt out from carrying, and re-greased it. I greased my rails, and then I throw some extra on here. Actually, I should kind of knock that down a little bit. There we go. That should do her. Where's my towel? I lost my towel. I got a paper towel right here. Alright. So, everything's back together. Everything's lubed up. Actually, I'm going to throw a little bit more grease over there, I think. Right here on this side. I'm not really getting much wear over there, but we're gonna put a spot more over there. My theory when it comes to oiling and greasing firearms should be apparent by now. Too much grease gathers dust. Keep it to a minimum. Try to follow that, because what that means is less cleaning. But you need to oil your firearm. Well, of course I oil my firearm. I take very good care of it. This video might only be 10 or 15 minutes long, but I've been doing this. Let's see, what time is it now? I think I started at 11. It's 2 o'clock now. And I've been working on this pretty steady, studying it. Okay, so here we go. Barrel's back in. I threw my grease around here instead of on the barrel because it tends to make a mess if you put it on the barrel. That's my thought. I sprayed this down with fluid film, which will stay there. It'll gather dirt, but I can wash it off with some more fluid film. Fluid film will actually clean this stuff too, which is really awesome. It's a use-all. Check to make sure we didn't pick up any hair. There's a hair there. Okay, everything looks hunky-dory. Levers in the open position. I'll give her a couple slides right here because I didn't get to slide there that often. And I'm going to check my grease. Grease looks good. Grease inside looks good. Alright, finish her off. There we go. I wiped this down here with fluid film too. The serrations on the back here for grip, they are excellent. Even with slippery hands, my hands are very greasy right now. Ouch. It doesn't help that I got a cut on my finger. Alright, let's throw some snap caps in it and double check everything. There's our snap caps, just so you all know. Snap caps, fake. Double checking myself. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't let it rack hard enough. It didn't go all the way in the battery. There we go. Hold open works. Oh, we got a hang up in here someplace. I didn't make sure I wiped the oil. That's one of the reasons I oil the insides of these. Oh, it's hanging up on the magazine release still. The magazine release is a little bit stiffer now that I took it out. Hope I got it back in the right way. It's pretty easy to fix though. Alright, I got a little bit of grease on the feed ramp. I'll wipe that off. I don't like that stuff going down the barrel. As you can see, the barrel is lubricated itself in its wear points because I greased the actual outside of it. I need to wipe down my trigger now, and that's pretty much it. So we got full strip and clean on the gun, firing pin removal and cleaning, and on top of that, I'm glad I cleaned it. And now you probably won't be able to pick it up on the camera because this camera sucks. I just ripped some of the fiber off the Q-tips here, and I picked out metal shavings, lots of metal shavings on the inside, the narrow portion of where the firing pin is in the slide. I am so glad I cleaned that out. So I got that lubricated, and I'm really happy. So we're going to give this a little bit of wipe down, and that's the end of the video. So now if people, this is going to be pretty similar to I think pretty much all of the newer Steyr arms, but to get some C9-A1 information out there so people have an idea of what's going on with the C9-A1. If they want any information about it, we got a whole community, Steyr Club. Come check us out. Of course, this will be up on Steyr Club for all of them as well, with the other video I made the other night. So if you're looking for more Steyrs, then stay tuned. I'll eventually get more and some caracals because I'm really enjoying this gun. It's excellent. See y'all.